So, you've had history with Realstream News in the past, right?
Yeah, I have.
Like, do you want to go a little more into that?
Yeah, so uh let's see. Back about 3 years ago, I was making horror themed videos that were a sort of or ARG or just I guess it was just our ARG that was kind of themed around Railstream News because I wanted to mess with them. I was looking in my Discord server at the time for somebody to do this creepy child laugh part for me, and another individual in that server saw it and mistook it for me trying to bait RSN or entrap RSN, and that turned into a 6 to 8 month struggle of having to defend my innocence and having a multitude of different outrageous claims made against me. He found my place of work at the time, went to him, and got this information.
And then at some point, I actually step into the picture and we do an interview about this, right? When exactly did you get involved with this RSN stuff? Like, where did it start?
Well, started about 3 months ago now, and I had decided that I was going to do a creepypasta video series directed towards him and insert some fun Easter eggs that I thought would kind of make his skin crawl, and that quickly ended up escalating into these false accusations of CP being distributed by me. And it continues to be the story he wishes to propagate. And it's gone through several reiterations. At first, I was apparently looking for a child to do a voice acting part. And then suddenly I was looking for an adult to act like a child to pedo bait him. And then suddenly one day he claims that he received an email anonymously from me, which you can figure out that oxymoron for yourself. But saying that I sent him some cheese pizza in his email. And I'm not really sure how. Well, I'm more sure now of how all these accusations ended up getting started, but I am not sure how we jumped from creepypasta videos to something as serious as child pornography, and this just seems like a blatant method of not only assassinating my character but assassinating other people's characters that had little to no involvement in any of this.
I see. Well, like the screenshot where all this started, where you were seemingly like in a discussion in a Discord. Which Discord was it with Mr. Righty? The initial screenshot started.
That was was my initial. That was my Discord server. It was um, just one day I had decided that I was going to make the, let's see, I believe it was the third video. Yes, it was the third video. And this video, because the previous video had featured Momokun, I'm not sure if you know who Momoku is,
No.
schizophrenic. Well, back either in 2018 or, yes, no, it was 2019, early 2019. There were these videos going around telling kids to self mutilate and other stuff that involved this being known as Momoku. Now, Momokun is actually a statue created by a Japanese artist that does kind of creepy art. And essentially, my thought process was for the video that Momokun, if you have ever seen a picture of Momokun, looks an awful lot like Queen. And at the time of this video, Queen and RSN were kind of not on the best of terms due to some allegations flying around about nudes possibly being leaked, and eventually him doing what he does to a lot of people, sadly, and just using Queen to throw her away eventually anyway, to basically to, if I remember correctly, it seemed like he did it just to be able to appease suit. I'm not exactly sure. That seemed to be my thought at the time, but that doesn't really matter. All that matters is that it was supposed to be Momokun themed, and when I saw Momokun, I had thought, what's the creepiest voice I could attach to Momokun? Now, I know some people in the audience are fans of horror movies. I'm personally a big fan of the horror genre, and I'm not sure about you, schizophrenic, how much horror movies is
Oh,
kind of your thing.
Oh, that's
But
fine.
to me, other than the chupacabra, the second scariest thing, I guess, is like a ghostly child's voice, right? So I thought, why not take Momokun, give her a spooky, ghostly, childlike voice, and have her hunting CJ in the next video. Now, in my head, I had gone through several revisions of the video. See, I was going to do possibly a hand-drawn sort of animated video with Momokun stalking CJ. Then I had the idea that I'd used the scene from Jurassic Park kind of as an Easter egg, and kind of as a call out, because that's like one of my favorite movies, Jurassic Park, and have him hiding under like a table from Queen, aka Momokun. I think I called her Momo Queen at one point, and heard to say some, kind of ominous, spooky stuff about like looking for CJ and wanting to play with him and whatnot, and in that creepy, childlike voice. And I was recruiting because I wanted to give everybody in my community a chance to be able to participate in a video if they wanted to, and tagged everybody and asked any of the females in my community that if they would like to, they could try out to do a voice acting thing. I needed a childlike voice for the part, and never once in that conversation was it discussed to do anything such as pedo bait CJ or anything like that. Now, I have admitted that I did not use the best of wording, And I regret that to this day, that I did not use the best of wording, and I should have been a little bit more detailed. But if you take a look at the original screenshot, you can find it out there. It's somewhere, I'm sure, or people can come directly to me and ask for it. I'll hunt it down and share it. But when you take a look at the sentence and you break down the sentence structure, really anything CJ is accusing me of and anything anybody jumped to conclusions of is not a far stretch, but had people taking just a little bit more time to maybe reread and rethink over that entire conversation, it would not have escalated to the point it did. But that's all in the past.
It seems from our Real Stream News' perspective as if this child audio was leaked, or as if it was somehow exposed in some way. Like how did it come out, like, to become public before the video?
Well, when the accusation was first going down, in the midst of it, me and Kaylee had talked, because she's the one who did the voice acting. That's the only part of any of the videos I did involving RSN that she had any sort of creative control in. And she had told me, she said, I give you permission to release any of the DMs that you need to, and the voice clip. I'm like, okay, cool. So I dropped them in there. A guy by the name of Mugnuts, which I think most people are familiar with Mugnuts, had also came out in my defense and said that I had come to him first, asking him if he knew any voice actors. I knew he had been a part of the YouTube community and floated around, so I was curious at the time if he had many voice actors that would maybe lend me their voice for a few lines. And he had told me basically he knew one, but I wouldn't be able to afford her. And with those two defenses under my belt, and the fact that I could release the voice clip before it was ever made into a video. By the way, the video hadn't even been touched. Like, there was no footage or anything, or even really hardly an idea for it yet. This was still in the very early embryo stages of the video. So if I was planning on doing something like I was accused of at the time, which was obeying CJ, I would have imagined that I would have had some footage ready or some kind of game plan together. I didn't even have any of that together. I didn't have anything like that together.
The child audio that was released, like, who released it originally? Like, when it was made public? Because it came out before the video.
Actually, it was me who released it publicly first. It was either me or Kaylee. I don't remember which one of us released it in Suits General chat, but we released it.
So this was released very publicly where everyone could hear it and be like, this is what we're doing?
Yes. Yes, it was even played on Suits live stream, because the sequence of events was me or Kaylee released it in the general Discord of Suits Discord server. Suit reviewed it on live stream, and then Lexi took it to RSN and quote unquote leaked it, even though it had already been leaked twice before then. But I guess meaning behind words is just not a thing in the drama community.
Okay. And going on from that point in the timeline, he had people on there that he interviewed, I guess, or at least he had a conversation with the back of what he was saying. Okay, is that correct?
He as in RSN?
Yes, RSN did. Correct.
RSN wanted to interview me about something else entirely. But as far as I am aware, when it comes to these allegations he's made, he hasn't interviewed really anybody. He kind of interviewed Lexi, but Lexi had no part in any of this. Really, this was. I've said this before, but I'll go ahead and state it again. This was all on me. Like this entire project was for my channel. Like every video I made myself by myself, using whatever means I could come across.
Well, the reason I asked that because the reason he interviewed Lexi, she played no part in this. She wasn't involved in the screenshots being leaked at all. It was just something there to back up.
She may have been. I have a few suspects as to who leaked the screenshots, but if they were in my server, they're gone now. And if she's the one that leaked them, then she could have very well done it. I have also heard through the grapevine that Ola Banana possibly leaked those screenshots, because during that day when all this was going down, there was some strange behavior from both Lexi and Ola Banana, where they would hop into Suit's server and then all of a sudden leave. So, but that's all just that's just all allegation. I didn't witness any of that myself, and quite frankly, whoever leaked it. It's not really a big deal anymore.
Okay. Going on from there, did anything else occur before the allegations of CP occurred?
Not that I can think of at the moment. I think that's mostly all the main points.
I know that, like, at some point he had that meme you had made up on his stream.
Yes, the one where he is having a sexual relationship with deity, correct?
I believe so.
Yes, he did. He found it funny and whatnot. So, I mean, I don't really know what else to say and whatnot. It just kind of turned from him thinking I was funny to, like, all of a sudden I'm sending him like cheese pizza in the emails. Like, what?
Okay, so he was aware of you at least before all of this went down.
Yes, I think I was just a minor blip on his radar until the creepypasta videos came out, because that's how I really got on his radar. Because within the first video, let me look at the title real quick because I don't remember off the top of my head. That was some time ago, and I've slept since then. Oh yes, the first one was called "Hello RSN, Want to Play a Game?" which is, if anybody is familiar with the Saw movies, is a reference to one of the lines out of that particular movie franchise. Yeah, and oh yes, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I watched them, and like I said, they have like hidden messages in them.
Yes, that is a staple in creepypasta. It's kind of a staple in most horror and whatnot, but I was going for a little Lovecraft, a little bit creepypasta, and a little Stephen King kind of. So there's a little bit of influence in all of those videos.
Okay, I was just curious because some of them are directed specifically at him.
Oh, they're all specifically directed at him. I think other than one where it's in binary code, I think they all have his name in the title.
All right. Well, now then he claimed someone sent him CP through his email. Correct. Like,
yes. This was after the second video I had made on him, in one particular stream that he did not leave up on his channel, that I've been lucky enough to catch the footage that I have caught and shown other people it. He directly confirms within that video that yes, indeed, I allegedly sent him CP in his email. Now, I don't know how much you use email, Schizophrenic, but I don't use email a whole lot. I use it to track like my shipments and the
in
things I order
in the
and
in the
keep
footage you
receipts.
showed me, and the footage you showed me before this interview, there was no. He didn't say allegedly. He said you did.
Yes, yes. I just say the word allegedly because I've
I'm just
got
clarifying for
more
the
tact.
audience. There was no allegedly that came out of his mouth. He said it was you. Like he knew.
Yes. Yeah, like he knew. He also said it was sent anonymously, and he also said that he didn't know me, like he didn't understand why I was making these videos about him because he never met me before, even though previously me and him had been on 2 live streams with Suit Yourself, where I and a lovely gentleman by the name of Ear Juice. I love that dude. He's probably not watching, but like you're great dude. Love you still. But um, me and him trolled CJ, which those videos are up on Suits channel, and I have one of the videos on my channel. So
Yes. So after he started claiming that you sent this to him, I mean, what happened like to your channel and everything after that?
well, thankfully, not a whole lot. I did a live stream. I want to say about a week after he made his allegations, and it was the last gaming live stream I did of Resident Evil 3. And towards the end of that live stream, if you watch, because it's still up on my channel, a bunch of people come in to troll me. Now, I wasn't really too surprised. It is the internet, and you can sometimes randomly get a whole group of people to come in and troll you. But I kind of knew where they were coming from because of some of the questions that I was asked, like why am I continuing to stalk people, and because RSN seems to have it in his head that I'm stalking him or something, and stuff. So I was never able to get anything concrete up until back when I had Twitter. I was on Twitter and saw a parody account of RSN share a particular screenshot where he is asking people to go and troll a certain channel. Now, I was never able to find out what channel they were talking about, but this dropped around the same time I was trolled. So the only conclusion I could come to is that that person was me, that he was telling them to go and troll, and that's exactly what they did. But I have no solid proof, and nothing really came of that was serious. So it's not even really a
You never got like mass
issue.
dislikes or anything like that.
I got a few on some certain videos. I did a video called "The Final Chapter" to that was the first time I disregarded anybody else's involvement and whatnot. I got, for a while there was more dislikes than likes, but then like suddenly the likes ended up spiking up. So yeah, and I mean, I've never really cared about the like to dislike ratio because it doesn't really mean anything. So I mean, there's just no point in worrying about likes and dislikes. I'd like to have more likes than dislikes, but like it's not going to progress anything on my channel, just like it doesn't progress anything on anybody else's channel.
Okay, so as going back to the allegations of CP in the email, he claims that he just to be correct in this, I think she's in the chat. Did she claim it was sent to Holly, or he claims it was sent to or showed to Holly Undead and somebody to confirm it? Correct.
Yes. She had done
verified that the CP does exist, right?
Yeah, she did in a live stream of hers that is no longer on her channel for some reason. Because I tried to go and grab that for you because I didn't want to think that anybody think that I was taking anybody out of context, but oddly enough, it's not on there after I brought it up to her in the comment section of one video. I don't remember whose channel or what video it was at this point. I believe it was yours, but I can't say for certain.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm just.
if you
Yeah.
if you
If
would
Holly
like to play that
clarify it
video,
if she's here. Yeah.
if you would like to play that video and go ahead and show everybody, you may. It is a segment out of one particular live stream where she is asked directly, "Did they send RSN child porn?" And she says, "Yes, I've seen it." Now, that is distribution. Technically, that is at least 5 years in jail, and that is a crime to have seen child porn, even if it was sent by somebody else. You're just looking at it to verify it.
Hmm.
Technically, a crime to look at. So, without reporting it to the police, at least. Which she never stated that she would, and she's yet to make a statement that she did. And
So,
yeah.
okay. So hold on. You said there's a video that you sent me that I can look at. Where she
Yes,
says
yes.
verification.
If you would like, I can grab the video again because I just so happen to have all my videos
Is
pulled
it
up. It's the one that says Holly Lies.
Okay, that's the one.
Yes.
This is said.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. It's only a minute.
Yeah, it's not very long.
Give me just a moment.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
There we go. Should work now.
One live stream to try to put it to bed, and it should be over. And so now I'm hearing that, hi Jennifer, human papillomavirus. Why would anyone give themselves those names? She quit, among other things. Yeah. Are they actually sending CP to him? Yeah, Puffin. I saw it.
All right, pause
They're
that,
actually
please.
sending it to his personal email.
Pause that. So I saw the chat. Don't worry, Holly. I saw you there and everything and whatnot. I was just waiting for this part to come up. See, this is not a claim that you saw a report. You said, I saw it, which means you saw the CP as you claimed. Now, you can go ahead if you want to and try to claim that's not what you said, but I believe everybody here has heard the proof. So there is that bit out of the way. So yeah, if you even if she saw it in the report, that's technically still seeing CP, and that's still technically a felony offense.
Ugh. Okay. Well, moving on from there. Now I noticed in their most recent live stream they've recently backtracked from that.
Well, like I said at the beginning, they've revisioned this entire situation a number of times as I've gone over, but I haven't seen the last live stream and whatnot because I was busy getting prepared for this live stream because I knew it was either going to be either another iteration of this entire story, the same story over again that's been debunked, or it was going to end up being just a stream to just shit talk me to get me to spurg out and be angry. And I just didn't really care enough to watch. So if everybody wants to go and watch that yourselves, you can feel free to, but I didn't bother watching it because I was too busy preparing for this because you'll see why.
Okay. And you said you had some stuff you would like to show?
Yes, actually, this is a document that
Just a second to
take your time.
share it. Now, this is also linked in the chat if you would like to follow along live.
And in some in some Discord servers, because I know most of us share Discord servers, we have also shared the PDF file of this entire document. So if you want to download it and review it yourself later, feel free to. So what we have here at first is this is Jesse. Now we'll get more into who Jesse is and what he's done and why he's relevant into this entire situation. But we are going to get right into this first screenshot, which this is what is called a IC3 that was filed by Jesse. Now, this is not a police report. This is actually a tip line for the internet to report potential internet crimes. And the thing about an IC3 is that they're not going to take a allegation seriously without proper evidence. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into this screenshot, and I'm going to read it for everybody. And tell me, audience and YouTube schizophrenic, does this sound like the ramblings of a madman who is obsessed with his own type of Moby Dick, so to say, or does this sound like a legitimate report? Provide a description of the incident and how you were victimized. Provide information not captured elsewhere in this complaint form. Amber Phoenix has been engaging in these harassment, which is typoed. The A is before the H in harassment and whatnot. I just want to point that out. Harassment campaigns involving people's personal information for 3 years, mostly as a moderator for Craig Silva on his channel, Railstream News. Recently, she has had a friend make a false anonymous call to the Warren 911 police, claiming that Craig was involved in child pornography. I was called by the witness, or the damn, this is hard to read because it's so tiny. The Warren, my bad, everybody. The Warren police, because I was tricked into making a false report, which I have retracted with them, and then thought it was possible I may know about a tip involving a blue wizard. This is the first time I'm reading this, and this part is. I'm sorry. Give me a minute to compose myself. At the time, I was confused by the question, and I told them that, to my knowledge, which was true at the time, These screenshots were had to be grabbed at the last minute, so forgive me, everybody. That will be explained in the next exhibit. This is Exhibit A, but Exhibit B will explain why I'm having such terrible trouble trying to read this tiny print. I have screenshots supporting this supposition. Again, Exhibit A, the IC3 filed by Jesse. Now, below, this is a correspondence between a source of mine and RSN. And she went to him. Yes, there we go. You got it nice and pulled up there. Now, this individual asked to not be mentioned, and I respect this individual enough to not tie her name into any of this, because we are see now how people are getting lumped in that had absolutely nothing to do with this in the first place. So she addresses RSN with "Wizard isn't an incel." That, know that I've been accused of such, but like it's not a big deal to me. But this person found it to be a big deal, which is fine. RSN says he acts like it. LOL. Now, this next bit's going to get confusing because all of a sudden, because at some point that first screenshot up above was sent by RSN to my source, and they had some more exchanges and messages, but mysteriously they're not in the screenshot because all of a sudden he decided to delete them, which I
Isn't the
find.
part correct where that occurs?
Say
Yeah.
it once more.
This is
Oh,
the
yeah.
right here at the end is where it occurs.
Yes, right there. Yes. Mostly right there. I think there might be one. I can't determine whether there's another message between the first two lines up above, but yes, that would be it. As you can see, all of them are in a single line format. They're not quite stacked like you normally see them. And if you look at it, it looks like a one-sided conversation. For example, it says, "Wizard apologized to me and made good, just like you did. You used to troll me too. He never sent you child porn, and you know it. Had he done so, he'd have been turned in for it, and you probably would have gone down with him. Until I see proof, and proof to me is a police report. It never happened. What you're doing is not okay. Stop using the souls of other people for content." Now, at this point, I am deducing that the screenshot in Exhibit A was sent at some point because, and some other exchanges from him. And my source says, actually, I do. If it existed and was legit, he would have been arrested immediately. Which
Yes.
my source does make a pretty excellent point. I would not be wandering free right now if anything CJ said was true. I'm not telling you who to talk about. I am telling you to stop making allegations about people that could destroy their lives. I forgave you for doing it to me, accusing me of could have caused me all sorts of problems. Then show me. I don't need details. You could block out anything identifying because I don't think that's real. She's referring to the screenshot above. Yeah, anyone could produce this using Word and all these typos. Nah, my dude, which she does kind of make a point. Although that this is an IC3, it does look rather fake and it does look unprofessional. Yeah, pretty easy to cut and paste the link. I will not believe it until and unless I see something I couldn't hash out 15 minutes in Word. So this is Exhibit B. Like I've already explained Exhibit B pretty much, and I included that because I wanted to explain how I got Exhibit A, and I also wanted to explain how it's just mysterious that my sources like talking to herself.
Yeah, this is a DM, correct? Like a direct message?
This is a personal message. I had cut out the side because I did not want anybody figuring out what kind of Discord server she was in.
And do you stand by the source 100%? That this source would not,
the source would understand what would happen if I found out she was lying to me, and and whatnot. So
Fair enough.
The next bullet point, which here we go, we're going to learn all about Jesse. So Jesse also goes by Sid Vicious, Chasey Lane, Fat Bastard, The Sheckler, Red, Toy Hoary, and a few other names. We have Discord IDs to prove this is the same person as well, and most of the screenshots of Jesse come from his own personal Discord called Stilly Snakes. Now those are located below, and we will be discussing them here shortly. Jesse is the one who found Masked Babe's alleged involvement with the Amanda Todd case. Jesse is also the one who's been actively feeding information to both RSN and Queen of Spade. Jesse is the one who found Mass Babe's alleged involvement with the Amanda Todd case. Jesse has his hands in nearly every pot regarding all of this drama, and he is the source of it, as will be proven in the below screenshots. Jesse changes his Discord name very frequently in an attempt to cover his tracks. Let's see, in IC3, I've already explained this, but we'll go over this again just to make sure everybody gets it. And an IC3 form is an anonymous tip line for potential internet crime. It is not a police report. It is not a report of any kind. It is merely like calling into your local county to leave a tip for a potential burglary that you saw. I can't even pronounce that word. Excuse me, I got tongue-tied there. But yes, IC3 forms, as I've already explained, are not taken seriously by law enforcement without proper evidence, which, if there was proper evidence to be shown in that screenshot, kind of missed out on an opportunity to prove that you, CJ, beyond a shadow of a doubt, received anything like that. Now, there's no investigation taking place, of course. That's obvious. I haven't had the FBI knock down my door. I haven't been visited by Chris Hansen, although he might visit me to have a handsome off contest, but that's a different story. It has nothing to do with any of this. But
do you suppose it's possible someone did send them CP, however, or send RSN CP, however, it just simply wasn't you?
Yes and no. The thing is that when it comes to CP, for example, if I was to, let's say hypothetically, I was to receive something in my email of that nature, I would not be blasting it on the whole entirety of the internet to, over 11,000 followers at all. I would not be mentioning it. I would not say a word to anybody other than the proper authorities. In fact, I would do one of two things. Either, now that I'm aware of what IC3 form is, I would provide proper screenshots to an IC3 form, send a report in, or, just because I prefer to be thorough, I would go straight to the local FBI office with my computer in tow, hand it to them and say, I received child porn in my email, and I would like you to investigate, please, to find the source. That would be what I would do, and what I imagine any sane, rational human being would do. Just to
be clear once more for the chat, there's a clip that we can play it if need be, where he says in one of his streams flat out, "This is the guy who sent me CP. He's a dumb fuck."
Yes, those are actually the exact words. I believe most of the chat has seen it because me and Sue did go over those videos that I did send you as well. So they're pretty well aware of his claims as well. But also, I am willing for the time being to provide those videos. If anybody needs any further evidence to review, all you have to do is contact me. Most of you know what my Discord server name is and whatnot, and most of y'all know people that I am connected to, and I will exchange that information with any of you. And also, Mr. YouTube Schizophrenic here has all the links as well if you need to go to him for it.
I'll eventually get back to you.
yeah. This man takes forever to respond to a message, but I still love the guy. I still love this guy. But yes, back to our bullet points. If Jesse were to hypothetically include evidence, that would mean CJ would have had to exchange CP with Jesse, which is a crime in and of itself. Because see, CJ's claim is that he received it, but up above in Exhibit A, we see someone, Jesse, particularly because Jesse is the only one who writes like that. RSN does not write like that. I have seen too many screenshots of RSN's text form manning that he does, that he does not use punctuation or capital letters at all. So this man was using capital letters and punctuation, and had some very distinct typos that not a lot of people end up having. So these all, to me, um, when I connect the dots in my head, state that CJ nor another individual other than Jesse sent this report in because other than those two, nobody else has a grudge against Phoenix, as far as I am aware. And nobody has the nerve to go forth and claim something so heinous out of somebody for any reason other than a grudge of some magnitude. Now, I'm not aware of any other details other than there is bad blood between Phoenix and Jesse, and it's none of my business. And so that's all I'm going to say. But yes, this is an excellent bullet point because this goes back to what I mentioned when it came to Holly, because any sort of exchange of it, whether it's a screenshot to prove to somebody else that you received it, or whether it's anything, unless it was redacted or censored, which you're still playing with fire there, by the way. And if you redact and censored everything that you would need to be able to share it, you would have to basically censor everything, which at that point, why bother sending the evidence, right? So there is no way that anybody received any child porn of any kind unless the whole thing was redacted and people just went off by faith for whatever reason that CJ was claiming the truth. And
I want to state this before we go any further,
Yes.
by the way. I
Yes,
think
go
that just in general, if you get sent CP as alleged here, okay, you can't just go around accusing, like, I think it was this person. Honestly, maybe he's schizophrenic if he's going around saying these people who don't like me, they're the ones doing this with no proof.
maybe he should be like, YouTube schizophrenic, and you should be real stream news, because I think out of the two of you, you're the only one who tells any truth around here. And of course, he's very paranoid. I have studied this man for a minute now, and he is extremely paranoid to a point where I think it's affecting his health, honestly. And it's mind-boggling how somebody can get that paranoid over the internet. But I mean, I guess it's not my place to say. But these accusations also originate not from CJ, but they originate from Jesse, which is interesting. At first, I had thought it was RSN because he's the one who is on live stream claiming them. But apparently, now I don't know the timeline of any of this because I had no involvement with any of this going on, of course, because these are my detractors. Of course, I'm not going to know what they're doing, but it seems to me, and would make more sense to me, that this was all going on, and that Chasey Lane, fat bastard, the Sheckler, Jesse, decided that he was going to accuse me of child porn, like he's accused Rag Reynolds of running a CP ring with what's his name, Onision, which that was disproven already, and that's already been defunct already. But he's also accused Repzilla, which I don't know too many details on that, so everybody's going to have to do their own research on that. But from what I have seen and what I understand, he has accused Repzilla in the past of CP. Now, and he's also accused recently, Suit Yourself, of running a CP type ordeal in his server. I'm not really I don't really understand what he believes Suit Yourself and CP have to do with one another. I don't know if he thinks that he's running a pedo ring, or he's protecting pedophiles, or he's promoting or sharing it. But he thinks CP and Suit Yourself are linked somehow. Now, I've been a fan of Suits. I was a fan of Suits before everything happened between me and Suits. I'm still a fan of Suits. I still watch his stuff every once in a while when I'm not busy. But I've been in his Discord server, plenty of people in the chat are in his Discord server, and I can tell you, all these other people can tell you, that nothing like that exists in his Discord server.
I'm not aware of any child porn or encoded messages perhaps leading to child porn. His 18 plus section is a crime against humanity, but no, nothing like that.
Yeah, it's a different type of crime against humanity altogether in his 18 plus there, man. But yeah, so like none of that's going on, and if you do a little bit of digging on any of his channels, I don't remember which channel specifically it's on, but it's on one of his channels. I believe it's the bigger one with 20 something K worth of subscribers to it, or it might be more than that, I'm not sure. But there is a video where he has a 5-hour video or 4-hour video, one of the two, where he is discussing certain things to be going on in the public school systems that are predatory in nature, and introducing things like not transphobia, but transgenderism, drag queens, and all that to very young kids. I highly recommend going and watching it. There's a lot of information in that video alone, so go and check that out. But like somebody who's going to be dedicated to making a video like that, because it wasn't just Suit Yourself, it was a few other creators involved in making that video. Somebody who's dedicated to something like that is not going to allow CP to be exchanging his Discord server. So this allegation is just kind of grasping at straws, in my opinion. But
all right, and you said it says there's evidence. So as we scroll down,
yes, this evidence, Exhibit C, Queen is accusing Suit Yourself and his community of CP. This has been recent. This has happened within the past, I want to say 2 weeks. And
so we're going to tag team this one because it's a Queen of Spades wall of text, right?
Yes, please. I do not want to have to read all this insanity by myself.
Right, I'll go ahead and start off if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead. Give my voice a break.
All right. PSA to any of my influencer friends with children or any of my family vlog friends. There's a creator called Suit Yourself who has now built a community of hate which consists of those who stalk creators online, several well-known viewers who have created lots of drama for several creators. They have decided that any parent, especially if you openly admit to suffering from a mental health disorder or physical ailment, is an unfit parent if they are a social media influencer in any way. For several months, I have had false police and CAS reports. They are busily streaming about how I should not do YouTube if I am a mother, and I have been, and it continues up here. Or no, where does it continue? Does it continue, or is it just in there?
That's just it. I think the rest is just incoherent rambling, from what I understand. The second part, I believe it gets a little bit juicier in here. Now, I've only skimmed through some of these, and I've read some others in full. So, I don't, exactly remember everything in every single screenshot. This was 3 hours worth of work putting this document together. So you guys in the chat, you're welcome for me sharing this with you, because this was a lot of work between me and another individual that I've named too much as is in this stream. And yeah, you're welcome. So, anywho,
Yeah, I like the format. It's good.
quite
But
like me and Migo wanting to make sure it was quick, to the point, thorough, and provided everything needed. We just did not know that it was going to be a bigger task than what we originally thought. But yes, so we have for several months, I've had false police and CAS reports, and they are busily streaming about how I should not do YouTube if am a mother, and have been recently attacked all social media. I've been attacking all social media that I share pictures of my daughter on. They feel diaper pictures of toddlers and babies as pornographic, and if you even share your child on social media, you are a danger to your child. Which the thing is that that's not even really the point. The way I understand it, right? The way I understand it, the people who reported it, which I don't have a Instagram, I don't really use any sort of social media other than YouTube and Discord, which I don't know if you count those as social media or not. But I don't have a Facebook. I used to have a Twitter. I got rid of that just because like it was wasting my time, and I wanted more time to play video games, so I got rid of Twitter. And the thing about this is that she leaves her location on most of her social media. I think all of her social media has her location on it. Now, logically, if you're going to do something like that, you would not put your child in a half nude what's the word, wardrobe, I guess, and put her up on display where hundreds, if not potentially thousands, because or well, she's got 400 subscribers. I imagine they're all subscribed to her Facebook page.
It's what you're implying, that she had, she did the thing that a lot of parents do sometimes, where they put pictures up of their kids that could be taken the wrong way by a certain kind of pedo group.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, making sure.
Yes. Which is not accusing her of having pornographic pictures
No.
on her pages or anything. Pornographic would include more nudity than really what she put her child in. However, it is just a bad idea, and it's just highly dangerous to do something like that, especially if you're going to put your location on. Now, if she didn't have her location on, I probably would not be so hard on her about it. But as personally, and this has already been admitted anyway, so I'm just going to admit it here. Personally, as a parent myself, I would not do something like that to my kid in this day and age, when you've got people like Onision running around on the internet, of all things, and people who are of his same mindset are grouping around him and stuff. She doesn't know all 400 and some odd of her subscribers. She doesn't know them personally. She doesn't know why they're subscribed. She just knows that they're subscribed to her. So for all she knows, they're subscribed to her to find this kind of information out, to harm essentially her or her child. And I'll be honest, I don't even like her, but like I am desperately trying to do the right thing here, and just basically say that what she's doing is dangerous, that it's not what she thinks it is. It's just we view it as dangerous, and she should be more careful about it. But this next paragraph, let's see. I believe they will be targeting any other parent out here, as they claim. Their attack on me is not personal and only about how I'm a mother with mental health issues doing YouTube. I am unsure how many more creators who are parents they will attack, even though I have proof at least 5 of them are parents themselves and also wish to do YouTube or be social media influencers. So, the thing is though, these other 5 people, if there's that many, I don't really know, and I'm not going to take a tally in my head or nothing. But if there are 5 other people, as she's claiming, as far as I'm aware, they don't put their kids all over their videos. They don't put their kids all over their social medias that involve their YouTube channels or anything of that nature. So
I think go back to our interview with Queen of Spades. I think she stated one number of people who follow her around and do this to her at first. Then she upped it to like 20 at some point when I asked her a second time in the interview. So I'm not sure exactly how many people are stalking Queen of Spades exactly. We haven't quite got to counting.
Stalking would imply malicious intent. I think what I said most people. Well, yeah, no. But what I'm essentially believing that people are doing is that they're following her around like you would follow a child around your house to make sure it doesn't stick a finger in a light socket. You know, people are trying to help her, but she's getting it wrong. So that's all I can really say is that she's got everything wrong, absolutely wrong. And your interview proved that, and your interview with Kaylee proved that, because there's a big difference between those 2 interviews that I would like to go ahead and point out. See, if you watch the interview with Queen and YouTube Schizophrenic, you will see that YouTube Schizophrenic is asking a lot of questions, and he's asking a lot of questions multiple times, and he's asking them in multiple different ways. You're getting multiple different answers from Queen. He didn't have to do that so much with Kaylee, because the thing is that when Kaylee presented her information, she was presenting information that made sense, essentially.
She also came with her stuff, like she had the tweets or whatever. She didn't just have screenshots. She had like the actual tweets themselves in like a big giant thread. Like it's the strangest thing. It's very neat. I like it, but it's very strange.
Oh, she's very organized, like amazingly organized. I love talking to her. Kaylee is a saint, and she's pretty awesome. So if you ain't her friend, try being her friend, because that's a good friend for anybody right there. But let's get into these next 3 points, because all we have is screenshots after this. So this part gets interesting. It gets really interesting. So Queen, if you watch this in the future, you're watching this right now, I would like for you to pay attention, because consider this my final attempt to try to amend things and put water under the bridge with you, because quite frankly, I'm trying my best to turn over a new leaf, and I tried before and you kind of spat in my face about it. And so I just decided that I wasn't going to have any interaction with you. But unfortunately, here I am, and in order to prove, which I think at this point it's pretty much proven. I think this is just a victory lap, but prove that RSN is a liar, and you just so happen to be coming up. So so just please pay attention, because I actually am concerned about you, and I am seeing things that I did back before I decided to take real control over my mental health. And I'm watching you kind of spiral. So just please have an open mind, Queen. Anyway, that's that. So we got Jesse is currently aiding Queen of Spade in finding people's personal information in docs. Jesse has also admitted to being the one that has called CPS on Queen out of revenge. Jesse is in Queen's ear telling her that he was manipulated into calling CPS, which is completely untrue. Now, these 3 points subsequently will be proven in the next flood of screenshots. So we have Exhibit D. Here's Jesse admitting to calling the police on Queen, which we have the Sheckler, also known as Jesse. She looks like shit for her police visit. Yeah, I told the police that she had published that she said she had bipolar disorder with HPD. Now, I was explained or told what HPD stood for, but unfortunately, I can't recall it off the top of my head, so just Google it. But yeah, so here we have this individual, Jesse, who has made false claims against a number of people, including myself, about CP, who admits to calling the police
Now,
on
this Jeff,
Queen.
he's Sid Vicious, right? He's like another YouTuber. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, he's another YouTuber, and he
Okay.
is somebody who, yes, he is I guess you could call him a key player or a pawn for RSN. I'm not really 100% certain as to his relationship to RSN, but as we saw in Exhibit A, apparently they have such a close friendship that he's reporting the CP that RSN received and allegedly receiving the screenshots and or emails themselves that contain the CP that CJ allegedly received. So yeah, we kind of have somebody who is already been proven to be a liar. But you know, I'm trying to give everybody a chance. Let's look at the next screenshot. We got at here should be all fixed. Sid Vicious, RSN is a foil for Rag Reynolds' continuing behavior aiding predators. Ooh, proof that Jesse is Sid Vicious. Now he's Sid Vicious, and he also, that screenshot does prove that he is accusing Rag Reynolds of running a pedo ring with Onision. Now, I'm not sure if this video is still up or not. I didn't bother to go and look, honestly. So if you guys, after this stream, which if you haven't liked up the stream, like up the stream, please. But if you guys want to, y'all can look for it after this stream. So that was Exhibit E. Now we have Exhibit F. Jesse is accusing Suit and his community of having a Discord that is being used to organize calling CPS on Queen. Interesting. Huh. Who else has made this claim that somebody
whose Discord is this, to be precise?
This is the Silly Snakes Discord server.
Okay.
Right. Owned by our friend who's going by Fat Bastard here. So,
so this Fat Bastard is also known as Sid Vicious as the Sheckler.
Yes, he has. Yes, a man of many names and a man of many faces, apparently. But I'm just going to read the red underlined stuff. This document is available, so if you want the full context and read everything else, you can do it yourselves. But
he's provided it publicly.
Yes, the link is provided publicly, and if you can't get it here for some reason, I will send you personally a PDF file of this whole thing, because I don't know about my partner, but I'm quite proud of this little document, so I'll happily share it around. But we have they have a separate Discord to organize calling CPS on her. They are retarded and invited her husband in. Okay, but what does that have to do with Phoenix and Mary? They aren't in that Discord. So, apparently, everybody in Suit's Discord, so, you guys, and I guess me at the time, we were all calling CPS on Queen, apparently. Now, if you all would like to speak to Sid Vicious or Toy Hori or as he's going by now, the Golden Child. If you guys would like to speak with him and whatnot about that, feel free to. I'm sure he would be open to a discussion with you all. Of course, be civil and tell him that the Blue Wizard sent you. Anyway, so exhibit. Let's see. I've already read the exhibit F. Yes. Exhibit G. Jesse accusing me, Wizard, of emailing RSNCP, and here we go with this one. I'm not telling you. I'm saying that this shit ventured into some really dark territory. One of them emailed RSN child porn and then made that fake tip to the cops. I want nothing to do with these people. I never made a fake tip to any cops. I'll go into it because it's a moot point at this point. But I did go and seek legal counsel with lawyers, and a particularly good lawyer. And I spoke to him, and because there was nothing filed, the FBI was not beating down my door. They didn't need my laptop or anything because nothing was filed or reported. Literally, legally, I can't do anything.
Hasn't something that RSN has said before is that when there's, they rush in immediately to get the computers and stuff like that in these types of situations? That's what he claims.
Usually, but the way I understand it and the way somebody else explained it to me who is more involved with the FBI, the way I understand it, it doesn't quite work like that. That's really only in the movies. A little personal detail about me. I did take an online college course for cybersecurity at one point, and the teacher I was studying under, he was actually a former FBI agent. And the way he explained it, he said if somebody was to send something like that to somebody else, not necessarily, he couldn't go into any details, of course, but not necessarily, they don't even have to really come into your house. They don't even have to confiscate your computer. They could just literally access your email and look for themselves if they wanted to. They have the potential to do that. They would be able to trace that email back to whoever sent it, if RSN even sent it into the FBI in the first place as well. So, I mean, they have a number of tools at their disposal that they could have used, that they would have found something by now. Because if they were really looking into it and they really had a legit cause, because see, they're not going to waste their time on something that is not a legit reason to research into it. Because the thing is that if they just researched into or investigated somebody without any sort of damning evidence, that is such a public scandal that they would be sued essentially. I don't know how else to really say it other than that.
Yeah, it's generally not a good idea.
Yeah. So they generally don't just go off of one or two screenshots. They would need more evidence from a variety of sources, not just one source, and then they're going to question these individuals who received this kind of stuff to vet out and make sure that they didn't find it themselves and try to frame somebody. There's just so much wrong with the story.
Well, I noticed that in my short time on YouTube that I'm going to use legal action against you. I'm called the police on you. Heavy Down at one point said she reported me to the FBI Cybercrimes Division, which was just hilarious. I don't know what I did to earn that, but it seems like that's kind of something that goes around. They just threaten to do that, but never actually do anything. Yeah.
They people tend to use those kind of threats to silence people. I remember back 4 or 5 years ago when the skeptic community was still a thriving thing, that was a common SJW tactic of, I'm going to call the police or I'm going to call the FBI, have them investigate into you. And some of them would try to be pseudo intellectuals about it and try to pretend like they had some sort of evidence, but they really didn't. It was just something that they twisted or something. Plus, I would highly advise, in case anybody ever in the audience ever thinks about trying to do this, don't ever try to twist and or cut off screenshots and send them to the authorities, because they're going to go to the other person. They're going to ask them questions, because we do live in a democracy. We do live in a country that will not just outright arrest you for one accusation from somebody with some evidence. They will gather evidence.
they'd have to contact the actual Discord people. They'd have to like get like the actual information from the mainframe and everything to confirm it's not just a fake screenshot.
Oh yeah, Discord is actually completely different than email. Discord actually encrypts most of your information. There's no real outside connection from Discord to any social media other than basically putting links under your profile for people to go click on. And like for instance, mine has my Steam account up there. You can click on it, hit add friend, and I'll see your friend request pop up, for example. Or you can go to my channel and subscribe. I'll see your subscription pop up, kind of thing. But that's all it has. That's all the kind of access to the outside world it has. It's not like Twitter and Facebook that have open gates, so to say, to the outside world of the World Wide Web, essentially. So
yeah, they'd have to get it straight from the source.
yes, exactly. And there'd be so much red tape to go through there, that be so many warrants, and it just
have like a strong case, like a Discord server for CP distribution.
yes, you essentially would. That's why Onision deletes his Discord server so much, And oddly enough, RSN deletes his Discord servers too. Now he's got a few different reasons than Onision. But
presumably, once they get the information from the Discord people, okay, they would then have your IP address, and they would go from there to either get through your VPN or whatever else you may have.
Yes, essentially.
Yes.
So that's why.
From there, I guess your ISP and then you.
So, yes, because if they locate your ISP, they can locate exactly what house you're in. So, because an ISP stands for Internet Service Provider. Your Internet Service Provider is whatever company you pay to have internet with. For example, if you pay AT&T, they give you an ISP, and below that ISP is an address. The address is to your router, and your router is located, because it's connected to the internet, it's located not using GPS per se, but it's using known information amongst the database of your ISP to essentially point out which house you're in. So I'm not sure 100% certain if the Cyber Crimes Division of any police department has this, but most authorities, FBI, CIA, things of that nature, they have tools to be able to track things like ISPs and IPs and addresses, and they can tell you exactly where on the internet you found certain pictures even. I mean, you can do that yourself at home if you want to, but I mean, the point is that if anybody sent CJ child porn, had he gone straight to the FBI, they would have found the person by now. And obviously it wasn't me, because I'm still a walking man, although I'm still in the asylum. I'm still stuck here, but they ain't beat down my cell door yet exactly. So
certainly at the asylum they monitor all your internet traffic, right?
Sure, of course they monitor all your internet traffic in the asylum. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hint, hint. No, I'm going to say this because I know how often this has happened to me. That was all a joke. I'm not actually in an asylum or anything like that. So before any of y'all get in your heads.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, no. Maybe, while I'm old and frail, but not yet. But let's see, we have Exhibit H. Here, Jesse admits to calling CPS on Queen, states that he has apologized to her and is in communication with her. And as everybody can see, this is the Silly Snakes Discord. If you look in the top left-hand corner.
Would you like me to take this one?
Yes, if you would, actually. My throat is actually getting kind of dry.
Yeah, I think we got another Queen of Spades one coming up, so let's prepare for it.
Yes.
Okay. Look, I don't know why you are angry at me. This is the fat bastard speaking. And we have the unknown individual. Now this is, in general, this is public posted, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm honestly too annoyed at all of this. Or at all of it. This shit should have ended in February. So what is the date of this exactly? When is this posted?
You'd have to get with Phoenix on that one, and so that she can tell you what the date is, because unfortunately I didn't even think about getting the date on this particular screenshot. But I think if we read a little bit further from everything Queen has told us and the timeline she's kind of put together and everything, I think we could determine at what point in her timeline this occurred.
Okay. Just stay out of all this. I did. Let those idiots fight each other. I know you did. This is just absolutely insane. What is the point of bringing me up yet again? I asked her to blur the screenshot, and I don't know. To be honest, I can't understand why the RSN clip is in the video. I was having to guess at explanations for why here. At Fat Bastard. You know Phoenix lives in Montana, right? So are you involved or not? You seem to know about so much when it comes to Queen and that attempted doc situation. I'm not involved. I've been friendly with her, so she told me a few things. That's all. I apologize because I thought I should. For what? For making a misjudged CPS call on her, and that is the Fat Bastard saying this.
Yes. As we saw before, it was not a misjudged nor manipulated CPS call. It was actually out of malice and revenge towards her. I'm trying to remember the specific reason they had bad blood, but none of that really matters, considering that he has basically previously in other screenshots that we've looked at so far admitted to doing it. In the screenshots you saw, it didn't seem like he was being manipulated or anything. He didn't bring anybody else up, and it seems to be out of malicious intent. Honestly, regardless of his explanation, if he was manipulated or not, Queen does view this as a malicious act, act upon her. So just calling CPS period is unless you have all the facts, it's just not cool. Like, regardless of whether you were manipulated into it or not, it's just not right to do that to people. Just like it's not right to accuse people of sending child porn to other people, or accusing people to be involved in said child porn distribution that had nothing to do with the videos after the person.
He's the one who started that rumor and accusation on you, correct?
Yes, it all originates from him. He is the Adam, you could say, of all of these accusations towards me. He's the Adam that has doxed multiple people. He is the one who has accused Rag Reynolds, Repzilla, Suit Yourself, of CP and CP distribution and running pedo rings. He is the one who called CPS or CAS, whatever it's called in Canada, on Queen, and he is the one who called the police on her. And I have seen another screenshot. We did not include it in this. I think we kind of overlooked it and forgot about it. But there's another one where he literally tells the police that she's dealing and selling drugs. So a claim that you were manipulated to say something like that, it seems kind of like a very bad cop-out to me. Now, maybe not to anybody else, but this all looks bad, period. I mean, even if you don't get him on the stuff with Queen, you still got him falsely accusing people of distributing child porn. You still got him feeding into this pointless drama between myself and RSN, and you still got him filing a bogus IC3. So just because it may not seem like he may be wholly responsible for calling CPS on Queen does not excuse him of the other stuff he's done. But I mean, we're not even finished yet. We are on what page are we on? We're on page 7 out of 16 so far. So
yeah, it seems like seems like we're gonna get deep into this as well with more from this.
We're getting elbow deep into here, man. We are getting elbow deep into this, and this does not stop until the evidence stops flowing upwards. So
I will read this one out, I guess.
Yes, please do.
Save our voices.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? Voice chat. I'll explain. What's this? And this is a Queen screenshot. Busy day of reports made and research. I've actually seen the unredacted version of this. Actually, 6 months ago. This is like a background checking website that you've covered up here, correct?
Yes, it's a website that you can basically, if you got somebody's first and last name, you just type it in, and you can usually find the information on that person with that name. I am not exactly 100% sure of their purpose. I know you're supposed to, you get charged for them finding this information for you, because I've seen those kind of websites flow around for that kind of stuff. But like when it gets down to it, like it seems like a very dangerous tool to be just leaving in the public's hands, because if, say for instance, if RSN or Holly or Fat Bastard here were to get a hold of my first name and my last name, and were to use one of these websites to try to find me, they could find out all my personal information by paying a one-time fee of $22 and some odd change on most sites. So a little bit of internet awareness here. Just be careful about sharing your first and last name with people. That's why I don't share my name as Cyrus McSnigglebottoms, because I don't want people doxing me. Oh shit! Shit. Now I dox myself. Now everybody's going to go look up Cyrus McSnigglebottoms.
Yeah.
But
surprise me if they would with some of the things that people fall for.
I mean, we're literally sitting here kind of having a laugh about it, but somebody out there is going to go looking for it. But please proceed.
Yeah, she showed me she has her dogs. She's not an idiot. Actually, she is. Half and half. Apparently, Phoenix is not hidden from paid search sites. She found her searching Amber Phoenix on Truth Finder, which is apparently a unique name. Only one other, and Phoenix is too young and also unathletic to be the other one. Wow, the typos. Anyway.
Yeah, you see what hopefully, I'm glad we have all these extra screenshots and everything, because this does seem a little bit overboard, but hopefully everybody can see why Exhibit A is linked to Mr. Jesse here, because if you notice, when you view that terrible screenshot, like I said, my source had to catch it when they could, because he did, or RSN did, delete everything. But you notice that the same typos you see here are somewhat similar to the typos in Exhibit A. Now, the difference between the two of them is that this is a less formal form of writing for him. Therefore, he throws a lot of rules out the window that he normally would potentially follow for a formal written, or typed, I should say, statement. However, the Exhibit A is a formal document that he was trying to pass to have myself and Phoenix be investigated, which of course, he wasn't able to do it, but he's trying to get us investigated for something we never did. So there is that. So people talk about a lot like how you can't really determine emotion through text, and you're right. People, I agree with that statement and whatnot. But you can sure as hell tell the difference between people's typing
your stuff.
troubles. Yeah, you could it's like handwriting almost. Everybody's got a certain way they do handwriting, and you can have handwriting analysis and whatnot. I've been on the internet for so long, I'm like a typing analysis. I can tell when somebody is typing and when somebody else takes over the computer. It's just it's almost a second instinct to me at this point, and I think almost everybody develops that kind of second instinct when they're on the internet long enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people who have different typing styles.
Very, very much so. And here's one particular typing style that I just absolutely love: the absolutely long rant that
the wall
Miss
of text.
Spade, yes, the wall of text that Miss Spade likes to text. Now, I try not to criticize. I try not to criticize her too much about that because I do it myself, and I also she's also quote unquote a writer as she claims. So I mean, I can see why, but this is the reason I don't like reading these is because they often hurt my brain. But let's read this because you've read the past two. I should pick this one up just to take one for the team here. So we got Queen of Spade, February 15th. Everyone celebrating me being suspended from Twitter for their lies. I don't harass anyone. I stick up for myself against all their slander and harassment. But fuck Twitter. Obviously, this app is just full of cancel culture. Oh gosh, he always goes on about cancel culture. Dear sweet Jesus. And people talking shit and trying to get people to not be successful. They are claiming I am trying to recruit them onto a team, and I'm so confused. Also claiming I am a RSN fan when I am not. I am sick of this narrative of canceling me for knowing him for a bit. I looked into his shit because people told me to, and it got me canceled. So stupid. You want to cancel him and make up rumors. He has a new victim, but hi, I am his apparent new victim, and nobody wants to hear from me about it. Odd.
I'll tag out because you seem to be. Take a breather. Hold on.
All right.
Sounds like a full-on smear campaign, which leads me to believe his victims are lying, and they are all mad I am not Heartbeat's vanity, willing to go along with some sick lie that he did something to me he didn't do. I am a real survivor of abuse and sexual assault, so I take false accusations pretty seriously and won't take part in them. I haven't harassed a single person besides those I asked to leave me alone. Apparently, this squid person and Valkyrie and Phoenix are obsessed with me.
Okay, pause. I want to pause right there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's analyze these two sentences, okay? I haven't harassed a single person besides those I asked to leave me alone. She hasn't harassed people except for the people that won't leave her alone. She's harassed them, as she says. Those are her words, not mine, not schizophrenics, and not the chats. But this is her words exactly. Apparently,
it's upwards of 20 people that are involved in this attack campaign.
Yes, and apparently 3 of them she's harassed. Out of the 20 of them, or 40 or the 100 or whatever what number she makes up that day. But apparently this squid person and Valkyrie and Phoenix are the ones who she harasses for not leaving her alone.
Just to clarify for the historical record, you are the squid person formerly known as.
It's either potentially me or another guy that I was friends with for a short period of time that did some 18 plus art on Twitter. I am not 100% sure, but because I'm not sure if this is the February of this year or February of last year. So because there is no year stamp on this screenshot, unfortunately. But either way, I made 2 videos on Queen, and then I left her alone. Because no, I made 1 video on Queen. That's my bad. I made 1 video on Queen that was 7 hours long. She made 2 videos on me. I had planned on responding to the other video, but I said no, fuck that. I'll just leave it at the 7 hour video. That's enough for me. I can't take this anymore. You know, I tapped out. I literally told everybody in another server I was in, I'm like, I ain't doing Queen again. No, this ain't happening at all. So yeah, like I literally left her alone. So if she's in this screenshot, if she's claiming I'm the one who she's harassed because I haven't left her alone, then I'm dreadfully confused.
On that particular subject, that Kaylee Bear individual, are they stalking her in real life by any chance? Did I accidentally platform her real life stalker?
I'm going to say no, because Kaylee is too busy having a life outside of the internet. You know, Kaylee's busy having fun playing video games and other stuff. As far as I am aware, I don't know. I don't ask her about her personal life all that much. But the thing is that, like, I don't. Kaylee's a really good person, but I don't see her like hiding in the shadows, following Queen around without her accidentally like stumbling out onto the sidewalk or something. You know, like I don't think she's that stealthy, I guess you could say, to do that. So, but I'm not there, and I'm not fully aware of what goes on in either of their lives. So, for all I know, Kaylee could be stalking her in real life, but I highly doubt it because,
well,
the thing about Queen has this habit of anybody that critiques her or responds to her, whether negatively or positively, if she doesn't like them, they stalk her.
Okay.
She essentially one time called me a predator for the one video I made on her and the few comments I made in DMs to Mugnuts. I'm a predator for all that. Even though, like, I mean, I had
some interesting things at people. She's accused people of being in pedo rings as well, which is interesting.
Well, yeah, we've seen that because she, along with Jesse, have accused Suits Discord of doing the same. So, I mean, I think I don't know if she just I don't know what's with her, but she's just playing it by ear, essentially, I think, and she's playing a very bad tune.
What I will say about the idea that I have platformed her real life stalker is that she came on. She didn't seem dangerous, but all those organized freaks. I mean, there were some Patrick Bateman vibes. She could very well be the organized psycho.
I mean, it's possible in this day and time. Have you seen the stuff she shares in Suits 18 plus Discord tab? Holy crap, you know! But I think that's about as evil as she gets, you know. But I'll take over this next screenshot for you since you read that entire thing. Holy crap! Queen of Spade. Blank, I am worried for the patients you work with. If this is how you help someone with mental health issues as a nurse, your stay is in serious trouble. I mean, someone should really report this behavior before this woman causes a patient's death because she is talking smack. Queen of Spades again. Remember, I told you that I would get down to who the bullies were making all this shit worse out here. I did. Exhibit K. Queen threatens the job of the other moderator that left RSN/CJ's community with Phoenix. Now, the above screenshot is interesting. Remember how she's claimed that she's not a fan of RSN or any of that kind of stuff? but here she is attacking the job of someone, another moderator. I don't know their name per se. I was not given that information, nor does it matter. She was threatening somebody's job, and for what reason? Uh, talking smack. I assume she's talking smack about Queen, whoever it was, but she's not a fan of CJ's or anything. But when people leave his Discord, she's attacking them for whatever job that they have. She's trying to attack their source of income. Now, you most people most people don't really say much when you attack a person's character or attack a person's looks or any other thing, but you go messing with somebody's income, like nobody likes that at all.
I thought she was anti-cancel culture. Yeah, that's it's not very good. But,
I mean, the more you look into it, the deeper you go, the worse things get, the more hypocrisy you see. Like, it's absolutely mind-boggling how these people who either are currently or formerly part of CJ's community all share a common traits amongst each other: doxing, harassment, just constant trolling, and just it's always something negative that comes from them for any sort of slight that CJ might have against him. And then when he takes the leash off of them and releases them into the wild, they just go and do their own thing, like Queen is doing right now. So earlier when I was hanging out in the chat, getting to see everybody and everything, I was talking to people, and when I did that and everything, basically, give me a second, I lost my place. Dang. There we go. But basically, RSN's crew always seem to do the exact same shitty behavior that we've known RSN to do, and I just find it absolutely fascinating how this all goes. Some channel, interesting enough, is run by Jesse and his friends. Here they are threatening Queen again. And as we've established, the only person to really be threatening Queen is Jesse. And the only person to really be using abusive language towards Queen is Jesse. So, who...
I mean, for a fact that this is the channel that he runs, just to clarify?
I don't have any proof as to it, but I am sure there is some floating out there somewhere, and regardless, even if this is not him and whatnot, I can still disregard it and everything still holds intact. This is just extra brush on the fire at this point.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that, because the other ones, this is well, like, there's no typos, there's no, it actually looks
his friends also run that channel from what I understand, but they could have very well done it themselves. But I mean, anybody who's friends with somebody like this is bound to be kind of messed up in the head. Am I right? So,
well, yeah, whoever typed this up is definitely messed up in the head. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that was exhibit O, our last exhibit, and the shortest post we have by Queen. Congratulations, Queen! You actually typed a short post. Thanks. I need your region and your last name. Some people. And we got Queen threatening to dox Phoenix again, which this is a recent development with Queen. She did this about a week or two or so ago. My days are all blurry because I work third shift, but yeah. So how else does she get Phoenix's dox? Well, she's working with as we've established, she's working with Jesse. Jesse has a habit of doxing people, and Jesse would be willing to give Queen all the information she needs to dox somebody. So, fortunately, that didn't go down quite as bad as it could have. But the point is, this Jesse individual is a very, very dangerous individual. It's even more dangerous that he's with somebody like Queen, and it's even more dangerous that he feeds somebody like RSN false information. So, a public service announcement to be careful of the people you surround yourself with, because you may very well find yourself in the middle of a crossfire between something that you never should have been involved in the first place.
It's not bad advice, especially when people are trying to drag real life into it.
Especially. And my father always had a saying when I was growing up: you can judge a man by the company he keeps. And people talk about, don't, do guilt by association and all that. But the friends that you keep around you are the quality and standard you have for yourself. And if you're keeping people like this around you, then that speaks a lot about what you're willing to allow as a standard for yourself and for the other people that are surrounded around you. So
now I understand that also, that Queen, from our interview, she's trying to pursue legal action against Phoenix. Is it possible that this screenshot is her looking for information to file a police report?
Yes and no. That seems to be the theory. My idea is that she is doing this to silence Phoenix, to prevent her from taking any more screenshots or pointing out any more flaws in her story or any of that, even though Phoenix hasn't really had any interaction with Queen for a good while. In fact, she hasn't had any interaction probably for the past, I know, at least 2 weeks, because me and her started talking about this stuff, and that's how we grew close. By the way, actually, me and Phoenix were not really close friends. We just kind of were around each other, but she came to me and talked to me about this, and like I said, it just sounds like Queen's just trying to pull the cancel culture she always wants to claim everybody else is pulling on her. So make of it what you will, I suppose. But if she is pursuing legal action, all of her behavior, as I've demonstrated in this one document, really just shows that she doesn't have a case at all. So just like I've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that those CP allegations against me are false and whatnot, I don't have a legal case, even though I'm currently being slandered and stuff, because my real name's not being used. And I'm comfortable with that. If they want to keep lying after I've proven them to be liars and everything, then let them continue.
A lot of people have lied about me, so I think it's an interesting reputation to have. If you screw with the wizard, he will spam your inbox with CP.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting accusation, but I don't think I'm basically done with this document. And this is the last I'll speak on the whole CP situation, because it's this was me taking it out in the backyard and putting a bullet in the back of its head.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Just mostly because it's something we hadn't covered and it's been a while.
It definitely has. So look, so what does Wiz say, that he didn't do anything like that or whatever, or he didn't like make Kaylee say any weird shit, or like, is that what he's trying to say?
Well, Wiz, why don't you go over what happened again?
Well, let's see. You claimed I tried to pedo bait you.
Yes, you did.
No.
Okay.
Proof. Again, proof.
Well, there are those recordings. Well, there are messages between you two.
Hold on. Yeah, there are messages between us
We
too.
do those on stream, actually.
So they exist. That's right. So you're saying you weren't involved in those conversations?
I didn't say I was involved in those conversations. Hold on, I got this.
So you
I
were.
got this.
So you were.
Hey, RSN, can you shut up a second?
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, listening to, but those conversations, as you could hear, were conversations for a script, for a video, for a.
Okay, sure they were.
We've shown the conversations in my first stream about.
So is that what you said to the police when they asked you about it?
No, I've never been contacted by the police.
Okay, so is that what you're gonna tell the police when they speak to you?
No, because if they were to contact me, they would have done it by now.
Oh, okay. So you said.
So, by the way, did you ever file that police report? Because
Yes,
you
I
said
did.
you were
Yes,
going
I
to-
did. Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got proof? Where's your you got your paperwork?
Actually, I have an email. I could have released the email where I sent it to the police. Yeah, because they were like, "Hey, can you send us whatever this person sent you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no doubt." Like, if somebody sends you CP, I mean, that's the only thing you can do.
But you could show the CP to Holly and.
I never
convict her
showed.
for
Whoa!
She claimed that.
I never showed her. I never showed it to Holly.
Oh, she claimed it. She said she saw the CP for herself.
She said that.
Yeah.
We played it in our first stream. Actually, in our first stream, we played.
So Holly and Dad, you have a clip of her saying she saw it.
She saw it. I don't know if she meant the police report or the CP.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what she was referring to, but Holly never saw anything that was sent to me because I never sent it to anybody but to the police.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
I sent it to the police. I sent that to the police. That's it.
Your friend who was heavily involved in all this, who claimed that,
She wasn't heavily involved.
Really, y'all had a whole stream.
Y'all
had a whole stream afterwards.
We talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it. But she wasn't
you
involved
both
in it.
wanted. You both wanted to come on.
The only people who were involved in it was myself and the police. That's it.
Weird. She wasn't involved, but the both of you wanted to come onto that stream.
We spoke about it. Yeah, that's it. She wasn't heavily involved.
But y'all both. But she wasn't involved.
So she spoke on it. Who cares?
She was involved. Therefore,
that doesn't mean she was involved. It means she spoke about it. Who cares?
Why you might want to because she's associated with you.
Who cares? Smelly Cat asked what was sent. It was pictures. It was CP, just legit child porn sent to my email.
I have a question. Do you have any evidence that links Wizard or the Miskatonic Librarian directly to this?
Around the same time, a lot of people who were around Wizard at the time were like, "Hey, he's trying to do this. You know, Kaylee's trying to do this." And then they sent me this audio recording of Kaylee being like, "Oh, hey, hi, CJ," trying to pretend like she's a little girl, trying to, practice essentially being a little girl.
We just played. I think we just heard it on the stream a little bit.
Yeah, we played it before. Yeah. So, and then he said it was like a script. So the script was you pretending, like her pretending to be a little girl. Was the script pretending like to bait me? So, what was the script? Well, tell me about this movie. I'm curious. How would it work out? What was the script for?
She was voicing Momo.
Oh, but she was voicing Momo against me because they mentioned my name.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So how's that child baiting? Are you sexually attracted to Momo?
The idea of the
because it's just really
weird. Are you
weird
a moron? Like
we've been over this time and time. We've been over this topic time and time again. We've all said
and then it was DMs, and then it was
DMs
between you and her talking about it.
Are you going to constantly interrupt me, or are we going to have an actual conversation? Because I'm not going to let you stonewall me like you stonewall.
You're talking nonsense. You're literally.
Dude, your entire channel's fucking nonsense. That's all you talk about. So don't tell me about what nonsense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We should compare channels, and people can see what's real nonsense.
Yeah, all you do is leech off of other YouTubers and their fame to get you some money. That's it.
We're getting a little
and
off
then
track.
use that money to buy subs and buy
Yes,
views
yes,
too.
I buy
Because
stuff.
it's not like anybody really wants to watch you. The only reason
Yeah,
people watch
that's
you is
yes.
because-
Getting a little off
When I
track.
go live, nobody watches me. You're
Let's
right.
go
Yeah.
back.
Hey, I'm glad to see you lost some.
Allegations.
Hey, I'm really glad to see you lost some weight though. You were getting rather generous with it.
What?
You were getting really fat and just looked like a stub, like a fucking big toe.
Hey,
Is there
why
something-
aren't you
fucking
on
face.
cam right now? Why aren't you camming up?
Connect to the CP stuff. That's what I want. That's what I'm interested in.
We already covered the CP stuff. All right, look, there's messages out there of him talking to Kaylee and everything like that, and trying to create this
We've
narrative.
gone over it. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
We've
it's
gone over it.
already out there. The point
Yeah,
is,
the
it's
general
just-
what's your proof?
community
He
that
denies
didn't
it.
do
He
That's why I'm
denies
asking.
it. He denies it, and it's listen. If he wants to deny it, that's fine. I don't give a shit. I've moved past that. Giving it to the police, and whatever they choose to do with it is what they choose to do with it. I don't know. I all I know is fucking this dude is sketchy as fuck. That's all I know.
Well, I think that being
Says
sketchy-
the rapist.
falsely accusing people of sending child porn is a serious deal. Would you agree with that? That if which to say it's not him, because
But what about the recording though? What do
the
you say about
recording
that?
is good.
Freddy?
So
That's not
I want
sketchy
to
to
play.
you?
It's like a horror movie. You know,
So
like this
it's a
creepy
horror
kids
movie
horror
based upon me. Is that what you're
That's
saying?
what the idea of it is. We've
That
shown
makes sense. Does
screenshots
that
of him
make any sense
discussing
to you?
going
Does
over
that
them.
make any sense to you?
We've shown the screenshots of him discussing and going over them.
Does that make any sense to you?
He made weird videos about you, and he was making yet another weird video. So yes, it makes sense.
Okay, I'm obviously talking to people who are completely delusional. That's obvious. That's what's going on here.
Oh, are you talking in a
Did you
mirror
sell her
to
body
yourself?
to science? Or something?
Okay, cool. Anyways,
I was just wondering. I was just curious.
What does that even mean? Why? What?
You apparently know so much about my personal life. I thought it would be fair for me to get to know your personal
Do you
life.
have his information as you claimed, or was that just?
Did I? Oh, I know he works at like some fucking like he works like I don't know what the fuck is it? Like he works like on some highway patrol fucking bullshit or some bullshit like that. Some in the middle of the something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Like Miss Platonic, what specifically did they claim they had on you? Like I don't remember the specifics.
They had my name and my address, and the police apparently gave it.
It's been a while, dude. I don't even care about this anymore. That's why I'm confused on why this is even a topic now.
Well, I deserve an apology because
You deserve an apology after
Yeah.
you did that, bro. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. You deserve an
oh,
apology.
so you're able to
Get the fuck
apologize
outta
to Stu? You're able to apologize to Stu so you could get some views and
You think I
money and shit.
apologize to Sue?
Yeah, that's the
for
only reason you
You
apologize.
think that's why? No, bro. No, me and Sue actually
only
had a
reason-
real understanding. Not of
The only reason you apologized to him was so you can make more money off of him.
Listen, since I apologized to Sue, when has he been on my channel? He hasn't. So
Yeah,
where's
you
the
know,
money?
you
Where's
know
the
good
money?
damn well without him
the money?
you would not. You
So
know
where's
good
the
damn
money?
well without him you would not last on YouTube
What do you mean?
because he's
without-
the only
what does
person
he-
who
what does he
he's
do?
the only person who's stupid enough to defend.
What
you,
does he?
dumbass.
What does he do? What the fuck are you talking about? What
He
does
defended
do?
you on those rape allegations and shit. That's the only reason why you apologize to him. So he put that video back
Ben,
up.
you know what? If this is what every asshole does whenever they get into an argument, this is the only thing you're gonna bring up. And listen, those have been recanted. It's been almost 4 years, bro. Hop off it. It's fucking.
What about
annoying.
when you falsely
It's fucking
accuse?
annoying.
What
Hop
about
off
when
it.
you?
It's
Hey,
fucking
what
annoying.
when you falsely accuse and you admit that you falsely accused Tommy C of pedophilia as well?
I didn't listen. I didn't falsely.
Oh, that was
accuse. I
trolling.
joking.
That was
I
trolling. Like, no, that was
trolling.
joking.
Yes, I was trolling.
Oh, that was trolling.
I said.
But you
oh,
didn't
why-
say that
I said,
until
listen,
after
I
he.
said why? I said why are
didn't
you
say
hanging
that.
out? I
You
said
didn't.
what I said about Tommy C was why are you hanging out with these young kids? I was fucking trolling him. Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And,
Oh, okay,
you
so-
did not say it was. Oh, hold on. You did not say it was trolling until
Yeah, I
after
did.
he called you out on it.
Yeah, because
Until
that was
after
the
he
point.
got
I
you.
wanted him to call me out on it. Yes.
Are you retarded? Like
What?
legit? Like, are you fucking retarded? Like, that's not how you fucking get people.
When I talk to
out.
you, yeah, I guess so.
Seriously, like you went and poked like fucking Tommy C of all people. Like, you know, you got your ass reamed on that stream, right?
What do you
Like,
mean? A Tommy
that's
C of all
23.
people, like
Yeah, that's
somebody
like 23,000
special.
people
He's
who will
somebody
never ever
special.
watch your
Do
content.
you think I give a fuck about Tommy C?
Triple-
Actually, he's a better YouTuber than you are.
That's
Sure
a
is.
separate thing.
Bro, why the fuck do I care what you think about me or Tommy C? Or, like, really?
You shouldn't, but I mean, I know you deep down that you do.
Bro, you're so fucking weird. You are a weird motherfucker. You know that?
No, you're just easy to read. Like, I don't know what
What
else
do
to
you mean
tell you.
easy to read? Read what, dude? What are you talking about?
I can read into your psyche, dude. It's not that
Alright,
hard.
read into my psyche, bro. Tell me about me. Tell me about my life. I like this.
Well, let's see. You're scared because you have either a lack of love in your life or
Yeah.
a love that's poisonous to you.
Yeah.
I had something, but I'm not going to really waste my time because we're
What do you
here for
mean?
other
Why?
reasons.
What? You're not gonna waste your
Because
time?
you're
Why
a
not?
waste of time. You're trash.
What do you
Like,
mean?
why?
I'm trash. What are you talking about?
You're white trash. You literally have the white trash look about you. I mean, look at your fucking look at those fucking
librarian.
look at those fucking earrings of yours
I
and
want
that
to be a
Adidas
friend,
hat.
librarian.
That
Librarian, I
fucking
want to be your friend. Turn on
skinny
your
ass.
camera. Turn on your camera.
I don't have a camera
What do you mean? Why not?
because my laptop burnt out and I
Oh.
got a desktop and it doesn't
Oh.
have a camera on it.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, is there anything else we need to work out? Because it looks like we've kind of deviated way off topic. So
I think we have. I think I've made my point clear. I think I've made my point. So I appreciate
About as clear
you
as
letting
muddy
me come up.
water.
I think I've made myself clear. I think I've made my point.
I think
Thank
About as
you.
clear as
Thank
muddy
you.
water.
Thank you, YouTube schizophrenic. Thank you. You have a good night, sir.
So RSN, where are those cops? 3 long years and nothing. I tell you when they're going to come sometime next never. Yeah, we should make it like every 3 years we bring this back up. Yeah, we'll make it an annual event. Yeah, you just don't make claims like that and then not have anything to back it up.